Welcome to Blue Tinted Glasses, the home of Leicester City talk on YouTube. Fan debates, live watch-alongs, post-match reactions, and all the Foxes banter you could ask for. Subscribe now and see the game through Blue Tinted Glasses.
Well then, Mahrez has made something of that. It's Mahrez! 2-0 to Leicester City!
Next to him, Anthony Kanaka finds Wood. Wood should score. Wood West Kanaka. Yes! In!
Here comes Leicester again with Heskey and Ibbett! Oh, this is incredible!
Got Jamie Vardy with him. Jamie Vardy sets off. Jamie Vardy!
Blue Tinted Glasses, the home of Leicester City talk on YouTube.
Good evening and welcome back to Blue Tinted Glasses. It's Monday night, which means it's time for the live fans call-in show. Those of you who watch the channel regularly, if you want to have your say, come and have a chat with me and Ragsy tonight. Then click the link in the description. Click the link pinned in the live chat. And come and talk about whatever the hell you want. Before we get into it all, Ragsy, how are you, mate? What's going on?
Evening, Locks. Evening, everybody. Yeah. Win. Good win. Well, I say good win, but it's just win's a win. I'm just relieved and stuff, especially for Marty and everything. And we'll get into it. I hope that's all we talk about, but I have a feeling it won't be. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a lot to talk about, and I will say, heads up to everybody in the green room waiting. It's a very, very busy one tonight, and I am very, very tired. So we're going to be doing not quick fire. Don't worry, it's not going to be fucking 30 seconds, but we're going to be getting through people rather quickly tonight because there are so many. I think this is actually one of the busiest we've ever had. I actually know this is the busiest we have ever had. It makes sense. First game of the season. So there we go. Before we get the first caller on, who is going to be all the way from Greece today, we're going to start just by going through some of the comments. JC, evening lads. Lots of outgoing player talk, but little on any incomings. Key few days, maybe. Absolutely. Mark, good evening to you. Spencer, hello to you, mate. Richard as well. Foss Hub. He's been busy with all the outgoing rumours, should we say. Danky, this is one we've got to talk about tonight because there is a rumour linking Abdul Fatawi with Everton, so we will talk about that. Kunal, evening all. No idea how we missed out on Kone. Yeah, crazy. Wolf, hello to you, mate. Ray, Fox Fanatics. Wolf says, Pink, yes. Oh, yeah, Pink. There you go. There's the new Pink kit, everybody. I know you saw it in the friendly, but I am in love with the Pink kit. So, I think there's a new one coming out on Wednesday as well. The Matrix looking away kit, the green one. That is getting released on Wednesday, I believe, because I think they're going to wear it on Wednesday night against Huddersfield, if I'm not mistaken. Is Fast becoming a pantomime? Yeah, we need to talk about that as well. I'm looking forward to talking because the fan base is split on this one, by the way, I've noticed. The fan base is split on Wout Faze, so I want to see who in the chat or who calling agrees or disagrees with what took place after his goal. And finally, two more, sorry. Daniel O'Connor, Everton fan. Mate, if you get Fatawu, you're banned from this live chat. Scott, hello to you as well. Percy Bombers. And finally, Frankie. Yeah, I don't think they will as well. I think it'll cost them too much money. Right. First caller of the day. We're going to get straight into it. It's going to be Greek Fox in the box. We've had his microphone on before, but now he's got his cameras linked up, so here he is. What's going on, mate?
You right, Logs? You right, Ragsy? How are you lot doing?
All good,
Evening, mate. All good. How you been?
Yeah, I'm bloody buzzing after that victory yesterday. Come on.
Nice.
Yes, mate. 3 points. 3 points on the board, first game. What else? What else can you ask for?
I mean, exactly. I mean, it might have been shaky, it might have been a bit tight, but we've got 3 points at the end of the day. You can't really complain about that.
Yeah, totally. All right, well, let's start with it. I want to ask you, mate, the winning goal yesterday was Wout Faze, or Wout Faze, whatever you call him. So Yeah, look, the context is he came onto the pitch as a substitute. It sounded like a lot of boos. There are some fans who are saying it was actually woot. I don't know if that's true. Maybe a few was doing that, but I'm not sure. And he responded, mate. Well, first of all, when the boos happened, the camera was on him. He was laughing and smirking at it all, which I think you would. And then he scored, mate, and he gave it the old ear and shush, and I think there was a fuck off in there as well. What do you make to how he acted after his goal?
I mean, to be fair, if you're going to give it to him, you've got to expect it back. That's pretty much all I'm going to say. I mean, no, seriously. Like for me, I'm not sure why Watfaz were getting booed even. Like, it's new season, new manager's come in, everybody's on a clean slate, and whatever happens during the season. Well, like I don't, like, for me, booing players ain't on. Like, booing our lads is not on. Like, Faz, like, he was a player obviously low on confidence after that relegation season. I mean, obviously so because of the poor performances, but booing just adds the pressure to him to do, like, a lot better. So why add the pressure when, like, you could just give him the reception that give the rest of the lads? I mean, after all, it is a new season.
So Ragsy, I understand the argument that, well, if you boo him, then how do you want him to act, right? I understand that. But what I would say, Ragsy, is people are acting like he's been booed for no reason. So this guy, last season, after a promotion to the Premier League, came out in the Belgian media and said, I might need to reconsider my future at the club because I don't want to play at left centre-back. What? What do you mean you don't want to play at fucking left centre-back? You want to leave because of that? And then in January, you know, there was that whole thing with Lazio. Wout wants to leave at the end of the season. Lazio going to buy him. But it just seems to me, Ragsy, that he's got a poor attitude. He's arrogant. His ego's bigger than his talent. And 2 years ago in the Championship, he didn't get booed. But there were groans in the stadium towards Enzo Ball, and after we scored a goal, he went again to the fans, giving it all of this and giving it all of this. I just think there's just a bad relationship between him and the fans, which does happen between certain players and fans.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, with all due respect, mate, I've got to say I wholeheartedly disagree, but not in the sentiment that, look, the fans gave him shit, so when he goes and scores and gets the winner and stuff, he can give it back. That I don't have a problem with. But he is practically one of the contributing factors as to why we've had 2 relegations in the past 3 years. So yeah, with this whole sentiment that, you know, it's a new season, fresh slate, I ain't having that bollocks, okay? These are the people that are contributing to the fact that, you know, we are drastically having to sell our best players in order to get by as a club now, because of their poor performances and because of the people that put them in there in the first place with their poor decision making. So you can't sit here and tell the fans and being like, yeah, we're expected to just let that all slide away, just knowing that they've contributed to that. So that's the part that I disagree with. He can do whatever he likes, and then for all I care, he can fuck off out of here. I couldn't give a shit.
I just think, mate, that sure, you know, what all he's done is taken 2 steps back. Like, if he scored, like, he scored and done that, and it's like, oh, well, you're just a knobhead. Whereas if he just scored and you know, bigged up, you know, and was celebrating with the fans or whatever, then, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like he could have used that opportunity to actually get some plaudits from the fans. Coming onto the pitch, he did defend well when he came on as well. It wasn't just the goal. Okoli was struggling at times. Fast came on and defended well. He scored the goal. I just feel like how he's acted, mate, he could have done it a lot better and it would have been a lot more, more efficient, right? And in trying to gain some of the love back from the fans.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one because, I mean, his relationship with the fans isn't already good as it is, like that's just made it worse. Like cupping his ears and telling him fuck off and all that stuff. It's just made it worse, really. And now the fans, I don't think they would want to start him.
Yeah.
All that's done is ruin his reputation at the club, like a lot more.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. I totally agree with you. Right. Thank you for calling, mate. As I said, we're getting through people quickly tonight, so I do appreciate you calling in and having your say, mate. Hopefully you'll join us on the next one too, all right?
All right, then. Have a good one, Lox. Have a good one, right today.
Thank you so much, mate. All the best. See you soon. Big shout out as well to Kyle for becoming a member. Let me just bring up this comment as well from Manny. Manny says he liked the fire. He has been unfairly singled out. He's right to give it back. I don't see how it's unfairly, but okay. And there was another comment there just in response to Manny. Where was his fire last season? That's a good point as well, I suppose. Use your fire in the right way, I would say. Like yesterday, again, when he scored Ragsy, go and fucking give it some, like, with the fans. But you do it against the fans. And people have been calling you all sorts online, some of them in the stadium, but all those people that you just went and gave shit to in the stands, they weren't all doing it. There might be a good few people there who wouldn't dare boo a player. So I just think it was very, very bizarre.
I agree.
Yeah. And Manny, he's not the only one who gets booed either, by the way. Fass is definitely not the only one who gets booed.
Yeah, he's not being... I'm not having that. He's not being singled out. There's a lot of players that in this squad that we just don't like and have all contributed to our downfall like over the past few years. So it's not just him, and they've all have an arrogance and stuff. But yeah, we're just talking about him because he reacted very, very poorly towards the fans in that moment. And you can't do that. Like, yeah, you're in a very privileged position as a player and you're still getting paid a lot of money. So the very least you can do, like, just take it and have it in your stride. It doesn't mean you have to go and like celebrate with the fans or whatever, like, you know, be nice to them or whatever. Just take it in your stride and just get on with it. But yeah, you know, to react in that way is just disgraceful.
And again, even if he was the only one who got booed, I don't think that's unfairly singling him out because he did it 2 years ago. Nobody booed him that season. I'm telling you, nobody booed him that season when we were winning every game under Renzo. They weren't booing Wout Faes. And to then go and do what he did after scoring a goal, again, giving it somebody was on the show the other day. I think it was Tom. Tom the other day said that he did swear at the fans as well last time 2 years ago.
That's the disrespect that we're talking about here. He can cup his ears, but like when you're telling the fans to fuck off, when you're giving them the 2-fingered salute, that's just pure disrespect. And it's just like you have no sort of respect when it comes to taking in regards criticism. And that just says a lot about you, that you're just a very fragile and arrogant individual that just believes he can just not take any sort of accountability for his actions as like time goes by, and that can't be sat here and accepted. So we have
and
to
the facts that I was going to say, Ragsy, the fact we're sat here on the first game of the season after winning it and we're talking about Wout Faes swearing at fans. That's all you need to know, in my opinion. We're sat here after a win talking about Faes. That's not our fault. That's his fault. He's the one who's done something right. So, yeah, Pearson did tell a fan to fuck off and die. He did do that once. Yeah, you're right. Anyway. Okay, right. We're going to move on to the next caller. And let me do this. There it is. The second caller is going to be Charles from the Dallas Foxes. Let's get him in. Hello, mate. What's going on?
Hey, guys. How you doing? We all happy?
All good,
all good, mate. All good. How you been?
Good.
And I'm going to bring this up as well, Charles, from the weekend.
There we are.
There we go.
Handsome lot. And we're 5 missing. 5 people decided to go on vacation on the first day of the season. They nearly blackballed them. Yeah, there's 8 of us there, so we had a good time. Yeah, a bit nervy to start with, but yeah, we're growing. I think there's 20 of us now, so not everybody turns up. That was a bit of a flattery because I told everybody I was taking a photograph, so you get people to turn out just for the photograph, to be honest.
Yeah.
Then you have to
I
shake
love the setup, by the way. Just like, you know.
Yeah, that's the new one. Yeah, because we actually moved and we've got a new Londoner now in Colleyville. It's good we have our own section. The plastic Liverpool fans were there for the Liverpool Palace. Palace, that was a good game. Give them shit. Anyway, I know you're running out of time. Mads, I want to talk about Mads Hubbs and the whole fucking saga. No, it's a done deal. It is what it is. But I tell you, West Ham should be hanging their heads in shame. I know it's business, but how they treated Bogota and poor old John Victor is an absolute fiasco. Right. They put in a bid for John Victor of Bogota. He said his goodbyes to the teammates. His fans were booing him. They bought Neto as a substitute. He goes to the airport, is waiting for a plane to London to have the physical, and then he gets a call that West Ham have bought Hermansen for apparently, according to West Ham Pod, 16 million. So, yeah. And they're all gloating. I like the guys on the West Ham. I have a real issue against the fucking owner of West Ham. I mean, he's an asshole. Apparently, we weren't going to do business with him before, and he rubbed us up the wrong way before a few years ago. But they were the only people who bid for him, which I find crazy. I know Palace, they signed that goalkeeper who did wonders, obviously, against Liverpool. But there's been a lot of movement, and nobody bid for Hermansen. I just don't believe it. Well, I do believe it, but it's just
and according
16,
to the
18 million.
According to the most reliable West Ham source as well, that's 50% of what we originally quoted. So we originally quoted West Ham in the region of 30 million, and he's ended up going for 15, 16, 17, whatever it is.
Yeah. Somebody bottled it.
How do you like them?
Bottled it.
Who do you think? Who do you think bottled it, mate? Who do you think bottled it? Fucking hell, it's crazy.
I don't believe it. I've always said we should have held on to him. He didn't mind going, but he wasn't, being like the Isaac from Newcastle who's gone on fucking strike and is just saying I want out of here, Yeah. So anyway, good for you, mate.
I just saw that. But no, what did you make to the game then, Charles? How did you find the game, mate?
I loved it. We had a good atmosphere. A bit nervy at the start, and especially when we were 1-0 down. The guys supported us, appreciated us, clapping as they came in after 5 minutes. The game was pretty good. It was entertaining. I just got really nervous when we were 1-0 down. They'd already hit the post and bar, I think, at least hit the post. But we managed to turn it around, got 3 points. A lot of good players there. Had good appearances. Skip again. Winks came on and he was much better. I thought Skip would gradually turning it around, but he didn't play that well. Winks played a lot better. Sumare, get him out of here. I'm sorry. It's like playing with 10 men, really, isn't it? JJ is captain, so he's staying. That's pretty good news, I guess. He could still leave, but they'd have it. Yeah, so overall, we do need a striker. There was a couple of things, set pieces. There were a couple of those that didn't come off, but at least we were trying. You can see those. Jordan Ayew shooting from left, right, and centre, straight down the goalkeeper's mouth. At least he's trying. At least it's a shot on target.
That's true. That's true.
3 points. It could have. I probably think Sheffield Wednesday could have deserved a draw in the end. I don't know whether it's because of them or because of us, but we looked a bit nervy and stuff like that. We're still new, although we have the same players. We need a striker. We really do. We need a target man. I think. Haven't heard anything about the Wickham guy further. We've got the money for Mads.
We've got
money
an
for
update.
Ndidi.
We've got an update for you, Charles. We've got an update.
Okay.
We've got an update. Richard Kone is going to QPR for a fee of £2.75 million plus add-ons.
Because he wants to stay in London? Something? Again, I don't know.
Your project.
Who's that from? Not the Sun, right? No.
It's everywhere now. It's everywhere. It's everywhere now, mate. Yeah, it's everywhere. TalkSport. There was a couple others. Yeah.
Ben Jacobs, Alex Crook.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
2.5 million?
Yeah, 2.5 million plus add-ons. Yeah. So
Things
maybe he
dire.
wants to be the number. Maybe he wants to be the starter, the starting striker, which he is more at risk at Leicester with Jordan Ayew at the moment, right? There's no guarantees, is what I'm saying, at Leicester that he'll start as the number 9 or as the striker. So Yeah,
That's going to be like everybody. Everybody we get wants to be, but we can't afford anybody to be a direct, straight in number 9. Okay, it's yours to take, or we give it to you, because that's going to be 20 million at least.
Yeah,
We're not going to spend that. If we can't even spend 2.5 freaking million. Oh, well, thanks for ruining my day, guys.
it's frustrating though, isn't it, Ragsy?
I heard that news.
Yeah, well, it's frustrating, isn't it, Ragsy, that you've got a player there for a very low price. It's pretty much risk-free. A player that has stepped up so many levels and scored a lot of goals last season, who you think could potentially do it in the Championship as well, and we've just let it go by and not even tried really.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really uncommon of us to stop missing our open goals when it comes to securing players that just seem like very low risk and for a low fee as well. It's just a real shame. And I mean, maybe it could come out further down the line whether we were actually talking to him and whether he wasn't interested, and was more interested in QPR. I just don't think we went for him. I think we're just more up in our own arse about our own finances at the minute and shitting a brick over it, that we're not even considering any incomings at the minute. That's my take anyway. It could be wrong, but yeah, I mean, if we can't look at these deals, if we can't go ahead and try and build a team and think of contingency plans. I mean, let's say we bring him in for a year and we're still not really convinced with him and we somehow get promoted, then you could then sell him on for a little bit more of a profit, like we did with Tom Cannon. It's just, and then you shift him on and then you go and get somebody else in. So I don't understand why on earth we missed out, other than that we're literally just broke at the minute. So it's really, really infuriating, to be honest.
Yeah. Charles, anything final to say?
Well, we're not going to sign anybody, are we? And there's nobody in the pipeline, I guess. And what is it, 2 weeks left? That's all we've got, I think.
Yep, 2 weeks left. The season's already started. Very, very frustrating. Very annoying.
Top was in the stand. I saw him. He turned up. So, all right.
There we go. Charles, thank you, mate. Thanks for calling in.
Guys.
See you very soon. All the best,
Charles.
mate. Thanks, Charles. Okay, just quickly, by the way, there is a link going in the chat right now, and that is a link to Jack, the Final Whistle, his Twitter, because he got 500 likes on a post, which means he's getting a name on the back of a shirt. I want you all to vote Oliver Skipp. I want you to all go to the link I just posted in the chat right there, and I want you to all go and vote Oliver Skipp for 2 reasons. Number one, it's actually more expensive than IU because it's got 2 numbers, not 1. And secondly, it's Oliver Skipp. So go on, vote for Oliver Skipp. Do me a favour. That would be brilliant if you can do that.
I'll vote tomorrow, to be fair.
I want to see. Yeah, I want to see Jack walking around the KP later in the year wearing that Oliver Skipp shirt, and I think it's going on the pink shirt as well. So make sure to go and vote on that, please. The link's in the chat. Go and vote for Oliver Skipp. Right, moving on to our next caller. Let me just find the overlay again. There it is. And it's going to be Daz. Daz is up next. He's wearing a lovely shirt as well. So let's bring him on. Here he is. What's going on, mate?
Evening, lads. How are we?
Ain't Ragsy looking bland now, eh? He's looking very bland.
Looks a bit colourless, chap. Need to get a bit of pink on you.
Oh, then. Oh, it's up there somewhere.
Talk to me, Daz. How did you find yesterday, mate?
All honesty, I thought it was a bit of a hard watch. Obviously, everybody was like 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, all that sort of stuff. Me included. I thought we were going to absolutely smash them. And then it was just abysmal. I'm just being honest, my opinion. I thought we weren't great. First half, I thought the absence of someone to hold the midfield, like your Winks, etc., even a Wilf, just to give the back line a bit of confidence, was severely missing. Skipp, we all thought this was going to be his redemption season. I'm not too sure. Didn't really seem to be playing the position that Marty's given him great. He's getting involved and he's doing stuff, but he's not excelling where we need him to excel, shall we say. Like a Brownhill would probably do a better job, would 100% do a better job. But look, we've got 3 points at the end of the day. Got to take it where we can. We're going to have scrappy games. It's the Championship, so 3 points is 3 points. Faz, again, I'm with you, Locks and Rags. I think he's the clown. I call him Sideshow Bob. He's just an absolute clown. I don't appreciate what he's done since he's been here, really. Even when we first had him, I didn't really rate him all that much. And every chance he gets, he's like, I want to leave, I want to do this. So I'd rather you just go. Marty's just walked in the door and he's walking around the stadium clapping fans. So, it's, night and day. What do you two think about it all?
I just think it's ridiculous, mate, to be honest, that Fass has done that. I mean, I hear what people are saying about, well, he gets booed, so why can't he give shit back? But, mate, if you're going to do that to your own fucking fans, mate, it's like, what do you expect to happen, Wow? It's like, what do you think that's just going to make people fucking love you? Although for some reason it's worked. So the people defended him. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I honestly can't comprehend that people are saying, "Oh, well, it's okay. We deserve it." It's like, what? It's a Leicester player. Why do you really want that? And let me just bring this one up from Jake Watson from Big Strong Leicester Boys. Wout Fass has been an abomination of a signing for Leicester, the owner of a showreel of embarrassing mistakes few others could rival. Here he is, cupping his ears to the fans after scoring against a 10-man team that barely had 11 professional players. Get him out of our club. It's embarrassing, Ragsy.
Yeah, completely agree. And it's just like, have a look at yourself in the mirror for a change. Like, you're saying this like being like, I want out. I don't want to play this position. Bro, we want you out. Like, but the fact of the matter is that we can't even shift you out like we did with Cody for a pathetically nominal fee. So, like, have a look at yourself first and be like, well, yeah, you think you're this. You think you deserve to be at this status. You think you deserve more appreciation, yet you refuse to take accountability for the shitness. I've just made up a new word there, but the shitness of like and the multitude of mistakes that you've made, and you just like the attitude on the pitch, just that alone, just infuriates me and pisses me off week in, week out. How many times we saw it last season, even in the Championship? I was sitting here going, first half of the season, and Enzo called it as well. Like, and he said he's actually like a top half centre back, but the thing that holds him back, his focus, his mentality. His own mindset when it comes to the game, and like that holds him back from being a top player. Because if he actually focused and was stayed humble a bit, then maybe he could actually go far. But I have no sympathy for him, and he can do one.
I've just seen something. I don't know how reliable this is. It's they've got 50,000 followers, but as of tonight, Newcastle are now in direct talks with Leicester regarding Bilal El Khanous. Talks are now taking place regarding the structure of how the release clause will be played. Player wages won't be a issue. So,
I mean, it's to be expected. I think the one player we all want to keep is Fatawu, and I don't think Everton are going to take him away. I think he'll cost far too much for them. But I don't know, there was a glimmer of hope we wanted to be holding on to Bilal, especially when we've started to get rid of all the deadwood like your Codys and all that sort of stuff. We've had a little bit of hope that we might not need to sell, but I don't know, this release clause is chopping and changing like anyone's business. It was 20 odd million with this sell-on clause from Genk, and now it's up to 29-30 million. I'm confused. I just want a reliable source to say this is his release clause. This is how much you're gonna get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, very. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. My concern is more, are we gonna replace him? And I would sway towards no. Sway towards no. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw bloody Oliver Skipp playing in the number 10 next week, to be honest with you. But there we go. But yeah, allegedly the release clause is £29 million. So at least that's better than 22 or whatever it was said to have been last week. Just quickly, I want to ask you this, Daz, before I let you go, mate. We've got
Cool.
Huddersfield in the cup on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to see Marty line up there? Would you like to see more of the youngsters?
Yeah, for me, I think with everything that's going on, with obviously Bilal potentially leaving, and if we can't even get people across the line and we're being beaten by QPR for crying out loud, I'd like to see some squad rotations where we can. So maybe Will Alves to play as a 10 to see if he can cut it. Couple of other players that are on the fringe, maybe Jake Evans to get involved. So yeah, I think the youngsters and people that have not started, so maybe like, I don't know, Casey McAteer, Monga to start the game, just to give them a fresh run. Because, I mean, Huddersfield have won, 2 games in League One, if I'm not mistaken? So they've won 2 from 2. So, they'll be pumping up to get to the Championship. So we might not need to invest much in players, which is hard to hear and hard to admit. But if we've got this generational talent that's coming through Seagrave, let's see it. Let's see it. And look, I don't think Marty's not a mug for me. I like Marty. I like what he's selling. I like how he speaks. I like the fact that he's trying his best to unify this fan base with its ownership. I was going to use poor words there, but the ownership. It's nice to see a manager actually care or seem like he cares. So, yeah, I'm hopeful. I think we'll have a good display on Huddersfield, and it'd be nice to see, like you say, some of the youngsters giving a shot.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree with you, mate. Right, Daz, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much, mate. We'll see you very, very soon.
Daz.
All the
Sam,
best,
see you later,
pal.
boys. Sam,
Thank you, Daz. What about you, Ragsy? Are you hoping to see some of the youth on Wednesday night?
Yeah, I agree. Wholesale changes. Just anybody who didn't get a start and a run out, just trial the team there. Marty's already alluded to the fact that we may need to look at internal solutions. So yeah, let's see like the development behind the scenes. I know the lights with Will Alves maybe didn't sort of hit it off, but now the season started, maybe it could be crunch time for him and a chance to impress. Like otherwise he might maybe send out on loan. So it's a real opportunity for them, to be honest, just to establish themselves in the squad. So if they could make an impression and stuff, that helps us out a load. So yeah, really hope we get to see the youth for sure. And then yeah, probably just rotational, like any sort of rotation in there.
Yeah, totally right. Just again, a big thank you to Kyle there for becoming a YouTube member. The next caller is going to be Brandon. So because of that, we've got to play this again. There we go. Right, let's get him in. Brandon, here he is. What's going on, mate?
What's up, guys? Hope you hear me better this time.
Brandon.
Yeah, that sounds better, mate. That sounds better.
Yeah.
How's things?
Yes.
Not too busy at work right now, actually, believe it or not.
Good stuff.
What do you think about Ayu? Is he the solution now that Kone's out of the question?
I mean, he shouldn't be the answer. He shouldn't be the answer. But as it stands, he is the answer because he's just a better player than Patson Daka. Overall, I think he's not as quick as Daka. That's the only thing I think Daka actually has on Jordan Ayew. I think Jordan Ayew is a better finisher. I think Jordan Ayew is a better dribbler. I think he's better linking up play. I think he's stronger. I think he's probably better in the air. The only thing for me that Patson Daka beats him at is the makes him the best option right now. But Ragsy, I'll hand it to you. We need to sign a striker, don't we?
Yeah. I do agree with everything that you said there, Locks, and I've had more words for sure to say about him. I mean, I don't rate him. And I'm very sort of disappointed from his attitude from last season. But from what I saw from yesterday, especially in the second half, I thought he really stepped up. To be fair to him, I think the issue is that I just don't think it works with him being the lone striker. I just don't see it. It like he drops in deep, helps with the link up play. Okay, that's great. But then when it's sent out wide to a Fatawu or a Mavadidi, and then they need to cut it back for someone in the box, he's not in the box because he lacks the pace. and he's very late heading into it and not really sure to make the runs. Or he drops in deep, and sometimes when we're trying to counter attack or counter press, I feel like with him in the side, it just tends to slow him down. Weirdly, when Daka came in, I actually kind of think it helped him a bit, just having someone there that was quick, ends up in the box, and he's sort of that shadow striker just to be able to sort of like supply and service, and he still does the role that he would do if he was a lone striker. So there is a use for him this season, and yeah, I agree. I'd rather have him in the team over Daka, but we really needed Kone, and I still am baffled as to why we didn't go for this deal. Maybe there's someone else. We'll probably scramble towards the end of like the deadline day, but yeah, we need someone that's really is going to take that role and going to be a first team striker in there. And it does cause me concern if that like guy is going to be RU, like, because he just can't like last like being starting week in week out in the Championship, 46 games. He's not going to last that long.
Well, the reason why I bring it up is because I've actually gone back and looked at Daka's highlights at Salzburg, and he played a similar way to what Cifuentes wants to play, where you would drop back. And to put it into tactical perspective, I think I use more of a false nine, and what we really need is a deep line forward. We need somebody that's willing to drop back and open up space for Mavididi and Fatu to run in, but they also need to make bursting runs to play little 1-2s. Because as we saw in that first half, you could give it to Fatu, you could give it to Mavididi, but on a break, yes, both of them will be able to beat 2, 3, 4 players. But when the defense is set up so deep in that back five, dropping the 2 CDMs, becoming a back 7, and you're asking Mavididi and Fatu to beat 5 players, it's not going to happen without an actual bursting, like either El Khanis needs to come in and run in, Skip, and starting to get started on Skip. Just get him out, please. Just force him out. Something, I don't know. I feel like we need a bursting run.
Yeah.
So, and then Okoli. Oh my God. I know, Losh, you love Okoli, but good Lord, he was testing my patience.
Yeah, well, the thing with Skip is it's annoying, isn't it? Because it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Against Fiorentina, him and Samari did link up well. They balanced off each other well. But yeah, yesterday it just didn't work at all. And we know Harry Winks changed the game, really, didn't he? He did change the game when he came on. He offered something that we didn't have on the pitch prior to him coming on. And, you know, people talk about Barry Bannon's red card being the catalyst. I don't think it was at all. I think it was Harry Winks coming onto the pitch at half-time. And, you know, you could argue now in hindsight he should have started, but thankfully Marty recognised it at half-time and got the change done quickly. So we had the full 45 with Winks, and we had the best chance of turning it around. So, yeah. Let me ask you the same question, Brandon, about what I asked Daz. Wednesday night, mate, attention switches to the cup game. Would you make many changes? Would you bring in many youngsters? I'll be back in one set, by the way, Ragsy.
I'd bring in full changes. Full. I'd give Begovic a start. And then he'd be the only real senior player I'd put, because at this point, with our situation, I know there's prize money in the cups, but I don't expect us to make that deep of a run to get a lot of prize money. So I just say start off the cups, put in all the kids and Begovic, and just see what they could do. Just tell them go play. Be free flowing and just show me what you could do. That's it. I wouldn't try to coach them and tactically say this is what I need you to do. I just need you to go play and show me what you could do.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm in total agreement with you, mate. Brandon, I'm going to let you go, but there is a question here for you. Charles is saying if you can pop on their live chat, their live stream. 1 a.m. CST time. They want you to come and have a chat with them. So if you're free, go and join them.
CST. Okay.
Whatever that is,
Yeah.
I've got no fucking
Yeah.
clue.
Yeah, not it.
Okay. Because I'm Central Time, so
Yeah,
1
I
a.m.
guess
1
that's the
a.m. Well,
same,
I'll figure
right?
that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in the chat afterwards. So if Old Fish wants to message me, or I don't know if you can message on Facebook, but if he wants to contact me, we could figure that out.
Yeah. Sorry, 7 p.m. Central. 7 p.m. 7 p.m.
7 p.m. today to do that.
Okay. But yeah, if you go to the private chat, you can chat with Charles. Nice one, mate. All right. See you
Thank
soon,
you.
pal.
Thanks,
Thank
Brandon.
you, mate. All the best. Okay, let's move on to our next caller. It's going to be Joe. Joe is up next, so get ready, mate. It's going to be Joe, and then it's going to be Dimitri. Let me make a note of this now. Joe, Dimitri, then it's Ryan, then it's Ross, and then it's Mark. There we go. That's the order. I've just posted it in the chat. Okay. I don't think I've missed anyone. No, I've got everyone. I think I have. Right, Joe, you're up next, mate. Get ready. Brownhill has to join before he can leave. We'll see, mate. We'll see what happens with Brownhill. I saw West Ham, I think, are interested in Brownhill. So, what are they paying? Does he want to play, Premier League football? Is he, maybe he's not that fussed on Premier League, seeing as though he didn't sign a new deal with Burnley. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see who offers the most money. It's probably going to be John Rudkin. He'll probably hand out the most money. Right, let's go on to Joe. Here he is, mate. What's going on?
Yeah, guys. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Personal life, I'm good. Just listen to this stream. I'm struggling at the moment. I feel like this squad's going to get decimated, and then we're going to be left with the bare bones. I mean, yesterday's game. Fair play. Everybody's got their opinion, but I have to go back to that first caller on Wout phase. Obviously, he's an absolute, and I'm sorry for using this strong language. He's a fucking arsehole. He just is. I don't want him here. I don't want him here at all. I don't care if you've got us the winner. Honestly, I kid you not, yesterday, because I expected us to win, right? We should be beating Sheffield Wednesday, who have got barely 11 players to put on the field, right? We should be. And that's not me being arrogant. That's just the way it is. Everybody in the world had us to win yesterday. We were absolutely shocking first half, all of them. Yeah, Wout Faze came on, played well, but the guy literally thinks he's Paolo Maldini and has the ability of David Brent. I've said that before, but it is true. He is shocking, and the fact that he's doing that to fans who are, by the way, we pay good money to go down to the King Power. They pay good money to go down to King Power and obviously help towards his wages. So maybe you should think about that. But honestly, I was fuming. Yeah, I was glad we won, but I was expecting us to. So I was actually pretty down after that performance. My mate who I watched the game with, he was like, well, we just won the game. It's like Sheffield Wednesday, mate, in the Championship, who we should be beating. And I know that sounds like, say, arrogant, but I came out yesterday, I was like, I don't know how to feel. I expected us to beat them 4-0 not because if it was the Sheffield Wednesday that finished 12th place and last season and had all their players like Josh Windass, you've even got the likes of, I can't remember, but they let a centre forward go. If they had the players they had, but they didn't. We should have played a lot better. But we got the win, 6-0, 2-1. You still get 3 points, so I suppose that's a plus. But I'm not in the best of moods today, even though we won. Sounds weird.
Well, we can't have even one happy day, Joe. I mean, this is what we keep saying, Rugsy, about. I always talk about 2 years ago, Southampton, Leeds. They had a turbulent summer. They were losing players and still bringing players in way past the start of the season, up until the deadline. Leicester were all done and dusted pretty much, other than like a couple players. I think Abdul might have come in late. I think Atgun might have come in a week or two late, but the majority of the squad was settled. The majority of the first team was settled, and we're not going to get that this year, Ragsy. We are going to be, even if Bilal doesn't go by the end of this release clause,
he'll go.
You're going to get clubs bidding for him. Between now and the end of the season, you might even get a cheeky bid or two from Everton for Fatawu. Right, you might still get. I'm not saying he's going, but you could still get a couple low ball offers from them, which doesn't help anybody, because if Abdul's out there knowing he's got a bid of 30 million in there and the club is saying, no, it's too little, we need more, blah, blah, it just doesn't help anybody. And it is worrying that, after the Fiorentina game, I think we were at our most positive of the summer. And we were like, yeah, this squad's really, really capable of doing something this season. And now already a week later, we're seeing Bilal looking likely that he might leave, and it's just, yeah, frustrating.
Completely hear you both, to be honest, and it just reflects at the minute, like even alongside all that, like the fans booing off the team at half time when we're 1-0 down, the booing of like Vass and stuff. This is not a club that's in a good way at the minute. This is a fractured state that we're in, and we're going by day after day, and it's just hugely detrimental, just depending on whatever the board are cocking up here. And, it could all change within a day. And the fact is that many of the fans just don't trust our hierarchy of the business that we're doing. We're not even on the same page when it comes to evaluation of our highest assets. We're not on the same page when it comes to who we want to go and keep, who we want to go for. And it's, it's all up in the air, and it's just massively unsettling to the fans, to the staff, to the players, to Marty. God help him. And I said it, before he came in as well. God, all the best to him, because he's going to need it. Having him and having and that's the one appointment we can sit here and at least take some confidence in, moving forward, is at least we made the right appointment there. Because God help us if we got him Wilder. Look at the state of us.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, Ragsy, sorry, I nearly interrupted you there. Sorry about that.
No, that's all good.
But no, I was just going to say that I don't, exactly what you've just said with the hierarchy, I don't trust John Rudkin. We're talking about Fatawu, for example. He wouldn't go for 30 million. Well, I didn't think Mads would go for, now what's being quoted as 15 million. So I'm sitting here and I'm going, well, we have this picture in our head of what the valuation for these players are, but we don't know what's going off in John Rudkin's head. Do you know what I mean? So you can sit there and go, well, Fatawu is probably 40, 50 million, but if we need to sell quick and Rudkin's like, oh, just get these players out the door, we could lose some serious valuation on these players because we've already lost it on Mads. So
I'll tell you now, Joe, if they sell Fatawu, I'm just like, well, write the fucking season off.
Yeah.
If you're going to lose Bilal and you're going to lose Fatawu, write the season off. Call it quits. Wave the white flag. We're fucked. Because we're not signing anybody as good as Bilal. We're never signing anybody as good as Abdul. It's not going to happen in this league while we're down here. The reason we have these players is why Leicester City, even with the points deduction, can still get promoted. If you take these players out of the equation, Leicester City will not get promoted with a points deduction. It won't happen because we're losing. They're our best two players. Bilal El Khanous and Abdul Fatawu are our best two players. And we're going to let them both go. We didn't even do that last time we got relegated. We kept Dewsbury Hall. I know we let Barnes and Tielemans, the ones on the really high wages. Abdul ain't on high wages. Abdul's got 4 years or 3 years left on his deal, for crying out loud. Do not let that man go. Bilal, again, lots of time on his deal, but he's got a release clause, right? If that's the only way that he wanted to come to the club, fair enough. I'll give credit where it's due. I'm not going to slate you for that. If the option was give him a 30 million release clause, or he doesn't join, I'm happy they took that first option because we got to see him in a shirt. He could have kept us up. He could have helped keep us up last season. In the end, it didn't work. But if you're going to get rid of Bilal, that's 30 million for Bilal. That's 15 for Mads. That's 8 for Ndidi. That's 2.5 for Cody. If that's not enough to clear you for PSR, you're a bigger bunch of frauds than I thought you were. You fucking lose. You've lost. Anyway.
But this is the thing, we're heading into the season and we're just I know we had this sort of precedent where we had to be look, everybody's up for sale. We just, because we don't know what's behind the door when it comes to the state of our finances at the minute. But we can all sit here as a fan base and go, well, we're behind this door and it's flaming hot and there's heat coming through. So whatever's behind it looks bad, but we just don't know how bad it actually is. So how can we sit here as fans and be told to just trust whatever they're doing when, we can sit here and just go, well, whatever's coming out, even where we're drip-fed information, that is not even good enough. How do we expect to move forward if we keep selling our best players? How do we expect to sort of escape the PSR if we're going to run out of assets be left with a mediocre team in the Championship? And how do you expect us to progress and move forward and be a better club?
It's just not going to happen.
I agree with this. Selling all our good players and left with arrogant wage stealing shit players, and
Exactly.
not just that. Like, I knew that would happen. It's common sense. The higher wage shit players are the hardest ones to shift on. Right? They did a good job getting Cody out the door. They did a good job with that. However, you can't get rid of all of your good players and leave you with all of the arrogant shit players. Like, you need to keep one or two. Well, I'd say 2 or 3. Of your first team players, of the best ones, and I would say at the moment, I know it wasn't a great game from him yesterday, but I would say that Bilal, Abdul, Caleb, right? I would say that those 3 are the biggest sellable assets at the moment. Abdul and Bilal for obvious reasons. Okoli because he's still relatively young, on the cusp of the Italian squad. Our best centre back, in my opinion. We'll see what happens with Nelson. If you get rid of 2 out of 3 of them, we're fucked. Get rid of 1, maybe. If you need the cash, get rid of 1. But if you get rid of 3, blimey.
Problem is, like you said, just quickly, with Bilal, there's nobody in the squad to replace him at all. So if he goes, are you going to bring someone in? If they don't, again, it's like that's a massive hole in the team. Massive hole.
Yeah. Joe, thank you so much for calling, mate.
Cheers,
much
mate.
appreciated.
Cheers,
we'll
Joe.
see you very soon. All the best, Joe. Thanks to Joe. Dimitri, you're up next, mate. Get ready. You're up next, Dimitri. There was a comment here. We sell Bilal and Abdul. We are in the Championship for years. Yeah. If you get rid of 2 of Bilal, Winks and Abdul, we are absolutely fucked. We need Fast gone. Fast must go. Keep Vestergaard. Yeah, I mean, surely we can buy a striker. I mean, we thought that £3 million was going to be all right for a striker, but apparently fucking not. Where is this Abdul? Everton, an Everton reporter who is, I'm told by, I think Fossop told me this, he's a reliable guy. He is reliable.
Percy's alluded to it as well. That Everton.
Yeah, Percy,
yeah,
of course.
Percy as well. Yeah,
of course, Percy. Yeah. Okay, Dimitri's up next, wearing this 15-16 shirt. Here he is. What's going on, mate?
Oh.
Okay, hi, good evening, as Unai Emery said once. Not once, but he always said, like this. But I'm certainly happy that we have another Spanish coach. I believe that with Marti, we will be in the Premier League again. There is actually too much to comment on. So if you allow me, I will express it in the form of some brief remarks. Okay?
Go for it.
So I'm generally under good impression, but firstly, I was watching Wrexham versus Southampton, and there was a perfect cross to Kiefer Moore, 100% goal, and then Connor Cody comes up of nowhere and smashes the ball over the top of the stands. And Danny Ward with his gloves full of holes as usual. So it's really a good thing that we got rid of them both. And secondly, about Fass, the thing is, he doesn't really understand that the championship is like his level. He can't make it in the Premier League. And I think if we get there again, he will be sold. So. And generally speaking, this team is exactly the level where these players can show themselves at their best. I think it's really great team for a championship. But I guess we need to refresh the squad to if we manage to get again to the Premier League. And finally about the game, Mavididi, Fatao, also El Canous were killing it completely. Really solid performances. I'm happy for Mavididi, especially in Fatao, and it's a pity we lost Ndidi because there is still no one to replace him. But overall, there is a good feeling about this team now. So
yeah, mate, I agree. I mean, one thing you said there. about Fas, which I agree with Ragsy, is, I think Dimitri's right that the Championship is just his level. And, when he makes that step up to the Premier League and the quality is much better, much bigger, he struggles. And that's been the case now. 2 out of 2 Premier League seasons for Wout Faes, and he's struggled. He's been a car crash. The Championship season, he was very good. And the first game yesterday, he was very good. I will admit, he was very good when he came on. He defended really well. He defended better than Caleb Okoli did. He just kind of dealt with everything a little bit better, and he scored a goal. So it's like he just doesn't understand that the Championship isn't the Premier League, and that if you're down here, mate, you're down here for a reason.
Yeah. And it just goes back to him just going and looking at himself in the mirror, but it seems like he's failed to do that, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, I got it. Yeah, I've already said enough on him. I don't waste him any more time. Dimitri summed it up. Loxy summed it up perfectly. And it's just going back to what one of the comments said. It's just infuriating that, and just devastating. Even after a win yesterday, and if the window just shut here and on today, and we kept that squad even with no incomings and stuff, we'd still sort of get by. We still got Bilal, we still got Fatwi, we still got a decent enough squad, and we can just look at internal solutions. But yeah, the longer it goes on, and it's just it's just seeming more likely that some of our best players are going to go, and yet we're going to be stuck with the ones that are arrogant and think that they're better than what they are, and they're just going to stay here. It's just a huge stain on this club, and it's just can't really seem to shift it at the minute. We just don't have the means to.
What do you think, Dimitri, to the rumours for Bilal and Abdul Fatawi?
It will be really tragic for this team to lose at least one of them. You saw what energy Fatau brought up to the pitch, to the team, to the movement, momentum. He dribbled a lot, and he encouraged Mavididi to do the same, the different win. And it will be a shame. And Bilal, I think he needs one more this season. The season will be really long, and I think he will have this opportunity to show himself and become more solid, like Yuri Tielemans years before. Previous season was kind of disappointment for all of the team and squad and everybody, and I think it wasn't that season where he could perform really well. But even there he showed his capabilities. So I think one more chance, one more season, and even in this case that he could be sold more, he can be sold more expensive fee, not like Hermansen for 20 million. We can sell him for more. If he perform this season and maybe next season Premier League, he will be sold even better. even for this purpose, I'm against the fact that he can be sold. But anyway,
that's the thing. It's just sorry, you go.
I was only going to say that Fossum shared something earlier today as well. There's a player at St. Pauli in Germany, a right winger that we're linked with. So try and put two and two together. No, I'm joking. Maybe I genuinely don't think Abdul will leave. I don't think he will. I think Bilal will. I think it's pretty. I would say I'm 80% sure he'll go. I'm 80% sure that Bilal will go. But yeah, it'll be frustrating if he did, and very disheartening. Let me ask you this, Dimitri, because I've asked some of the other guys. Wednesday night we have a cup game against Huddersfield. What are you thinking? Because there's two things you could do. You could play the majority of the first team players and build some confidence and getting used to the style of football and all of that stuff, or you could actually play some of the youngsters and give Will Alves and Lewis Page and maybe Badir Luca, you can give some of these guys a run out instead. What would you do?
Certainly, maybe it sounds kind of disrespectful to all these cups, but generally speaking, even in this case of playing in championship, we don't need this more and more games. But actually, this is great opportunity for youth. So as you said, Lox, it's kind of 90% logical, at least 90% logical that we should play youth will always manga, etc. This not unnecessary games. I understand that the club earns something from the victories and going through the cup stages, but still.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted about FAS. You can't grab your energy out of rage. Make some good performances out of rage every time. So I guess he needs to change something in himself, but I'm not really sure he's capable. Or it will end in selling him in winter transfer window.
Yeah, totally agree, mate. Dimitri, thank you so much for calling, mate. I'm going to let you go.
Thank you, great.
Thank you, Dimitri.
Cheers, mate. See you very soon. Okay, next on our list, we've got 3 callers left. It's going to be Ryan, Mark, and then Ross. Sorry, Ryan, Ross, then Mark. Ryan, Ross, and then Mark. So Ryan's up next. Here he is. What's going on, mate?
I'm good, thank you. How you doing, boys?
Yeah.
All good, mate. All good. How you been?
I've been okay. Pleased that we got the win. Win's a win. I'll say the first half of the game, I wasn't completely convinced by. I think Joe Wednesday were better than us. And second half, I think Marty deserves credit for the changes he made. They were brave subs. I thought Wings played well when he came on. I think. Yeah, obviously the news that came out with Bilal and Abdul worries me a bit because particularly the Fatara one, because who knows, I could see that being dragged towards deadline day, and I don't want that. But yeah, I think it's becoming likely that Bilal could end up going.
Yeah. How much of a miss do you think he would be, Ragsy, if Bilal leaves?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been in a position being like, I was ready to sort of let Hermansen go, and I felt like but initially had the stance thinking that we get like a higher valuation for him and we hold out for 40. That wasn't the case, or at least like somewhere close to that. But I was accepting, I was in full confidence being like, okay, we'll be fine without him if we did go because we've got Jakob. But if we lost Bilal, then we don't have a ready-made replacement in the squad. And even if you get like a Brownhill, like he's not the same profile of what a Bilal brings to the team. And just like, you forget the stats at the minute that people are trying to allude to and trying to like lower his sort of value and his sort of like estimation as a player. Like this is a Champions League rated player. Like that pretty much is gelling the whole side together and is practically like dropping in deep to help link up the play and the build up, being there in the attacking final third to go and create the chances, try and score some and take some shots. Like avid sort of like set piece taker as well. We don't have a role that's currently ready made, or at least not one from that's established in the team to go and step up to that level. So, and really, like if it happens like last minute and we only got like a week or a week and a half left to address it, you're leaving it to Rudkin to go and sort out his replacement. And that just says it. Like that reaction from there just says it all.
Yeah,
like
they're very mad that you can't really trust.
Yeah, can't trust him.
Yeah. Well, this is it, Ryan. If you've got a director of football who got knocked down 50% for Hermansen, what's he going to get knocked down for fucking Fatawu?
Oh my God! Well, knowing Woodgate, he could end up selling it out of Fatawu for a cheaper price as well. Knowing him,
could sell him for a pack of used condoms. Like this way, that's the thing. Like it doesn't even blow my mind.
The same condoms his dad should have used, anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And it's still got holes in. That's why it didn't work. So,
yeah. Yeah, no, again, people in the chat, just to be clear, I don't think Fats will leave. I don't think he will leave.
I don't either. I think he'll stick around.
But even Bilal leaving.
Let him go.
Well, even Bilal leaving, like our hands are tied with it because of the release clause. But
yeah,
I'm just so disheartened by it because I think he brings so much to the team. Like it's mad that yesterday I watched him and I thought this ain't even one of your best games you've played for us. Yet you've still got 2 assists and you've still been good.
Yeah. I think it's too good for this league.
Oh, by far.
Yeah.
Far too good. No wonder why he's attracting interest.
What if he did leave, Ryan? Who would you look at? Would you look at maybe a visit to QPR for Illich Chair?
Well, we've been showing interest in Elias Chair from QPR for a while, haven't we? I wouldn't have an issue with that. I think he'll be a good fit if we came in for him. But the problem is, as we go back to it, John Woodkin, you can't trust him to go after this type of player. I just can't see how on earth we're going to move forward.
Yeah. It's rough. It's rough. DP, mate, you say he's not good enough for us, mate. But when Bilal goes, like,
that's the market we're shopping.
We can't shop in that pool. We can't shop in that pool. We don't have the Premier League law. We don't have people are looking at us now and like the disarray with our hierarchy at the minute and the poor press around us. Like, our stock is low as a football club. So who are we realistically going to get? Plus the
we're not. I was just going to say, Ragsy, we're not shopping in the Bilal market anymore, right? The market we were in last summer, where we tried to get Matthias Sula, which didn't come through, but we managed to get Bilal El Khanous. Just the people in the chat as well asking. Transfer market, which is obviously unreliable, but they're putting him at €6 million, which I think is like £4.9 million or something like that. That's what they're putting him at. But yeah, I just I don't know. I would just get I would be worried if Bilal leaves, when Bilal leaves. But if they replace him with somebody, obviously no one's going to be as good as him. But if they replace him with somebody who's a similar profile, who's creative, who can play in that role, then I'll back it. But I just have this feeling that we're going to be playing Skip in the number 10 or something fucking ridiculous like that.
That's what I see, man. Nightmare.
That's what I see.
Considering the performance he put in yesterday, my word, he was awful.
Yeah.
And I think he deserved to be dragged off half time.
Yeah. That's the thing. I wanted to sit here and open up an offer for Wink. So we heard the links from Mike McGrath to get and I was just like, yeah, sell him, get him off the wage bill. But then when he came on at half time and then practically changed the game for us, I'm like, no. Now what the hell do we do? Because I was thinking, I'm in that sort of like mindset thinking, okay, Skip's crap, but he'll be fine at this level. But even now he's struggling. It's one game, but it still draws a concern and thinking like, okay, well, we need to sort of lock off this midfield and be dominant, and we just weren't with Samari and Skip. But you gotta hope it's better.
Yeah. Also, what on earth was Fast doing after that goal? I mean, Christ's sake. Why does he have to cover his ear towards the fans like that? I know I don't agree with the booing that he got when he came on. I thought that was completely out of order, really, despite how poor he is. But when you're covering your ear to the fans or giving it all that, I just don't agree with it. I think it's wrong.
Yeah, I agree. Like, when you just at the very least take it in your stride. Like, even Ayew got shit like when he came for taking the number 9, and he got jeered at and stuff like that. But he took it in his stride, opened it up in post-match interview, and was just like, "Look, I'm not expecting to replace Jamie. I just wanted the number, and I'll give him all." And he then, like, bar all the words and stuff, he then produced a performance like that. Wout's not done any of that. Like, it's okay. Yes, you gone and got a winner. All right, you can go and respond. But that doesn't make us sit here and endear you and at the very least respect you for a player that offers very little to us anyway. So it's just completely disrespectful.
At least Yannick Vestergaard did it the correct way. When he scored his goal for the equaliser, he did it the right way. He didn't cover his ear or do anything like that. He just got on with it. That's the way it should be done, because I imagine he got some stick as well at times.
Yeah, not expecting you to endear to the fans, but at the very least, just get on with it and take it in your stride. What if you're getting abuse and stuff? That's your job. And at the minute, we've done a very poor job of it. So you've got to expect to go and take it. And we have very high expectations as a football club, which you've got to uphold to, and we'll be on you if you're not upholding to that. So deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I totally agree. Right. Ryan, I'm going to let you go, mate. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for coming on.
Ryan.
Much appreciated. We'll see you very soon, mate. All the best. Thank you to Ryan. Last two callers of the night is going to be Mark next. Get ready, Mark. All the way. No, it's not. It's Ross. Sorry.
You've done that 3 times as well.
it's because Ross is always. It's because Ross is always last. So I just keep assuming he's last. No, here is Ross. Absolute cinema. What's going on, mate?
Good. I've been asleep, so good timing. I'm being shy. How you doing? How's everyone doing?
But before we go, Ross, I'm going to play the video that you sent me. For those watching back later, this will be missing if it gets hit for copyright. But if not, then you'll watch it. Yes, that's John Rudkin. There you go. There's John. I saw Ragsy adjusting his glasses. Like, who's that?
Yeah, I thought he had more chins. But okay, no, that's fair play. It's maybe.
I saw an opportunity yesterday, and so the original clip of me, of obviously walking, you see me going do, and I thought, do you know what? This is a perfect opportunity to do this. But no, obviously, do you know what I want to talk about? I want to go away from Faz a minute. I want to go away from Kone not coming to us. I want to talk about Mr. Vestergaard. Now, I've stuck up for him in the past. And you know what? Obviously, he bagged the goal, which was a well-taken goal, by the way. I thought he played decent yesterday. Not the best, not the worst, but I've said in the past that we need him at the back, obviously, whether it was with Nelson or Cole, whoever, because he knows that he is a proven championship player.
I disagree. We need him. I will say though he was good again. And yeah, look, we just know that every now and then he's going to get absolutely destroyed on the break, on the transition. He's going to get his fucking pants pulled down. But I hear what you're saying. I just don't think we need him. I do, as Fox Fanatics in the chat, I do think he's a liability, as is Wout Faes. I do prefer Yannick though to Wout Faes. I just think that I would much rather Ben Nelson in there, to be honest with you. I don't know about you, Ragsy.
I get that. Just one thing, we haven't touched on anything yet. Rest in peace to Bradley Varnum, the stadium announcer who passed away. I mean, you always hear that, and now you're Leicester City side. It's just, you always remember that in your head. So I just want to put that out there very quickly. Rest in peace.
You get goosebumps even hearing that as well. Just remember, it's nostalgic. It's just rest in peace, man.
It's such a shame as well, what happened with him, about how he left the club as well. It's really sad, really sad.
Was that due to his illness though? Because I'm not sure, or was it?
I think it was.
He was. No, I don't want to make it about this, but he was let go by the club because of what happened in the title parade at the end of the championship season with Vardy. If you remember what happened with the whole Vardy thing, and Vardy said Rodkin out, so he was let go after that. This isn't. I mean, this was. I'm just saying what I heard from other people, but. Allegedly, after that's when he lost his job. Yeah, so that's a shame. But yeah, that regardless, it's irrelevant really. It's sad. There's lots of podcasts as well I saw today coming out of him speaking about his time at Leicester, with fond memories and stuff. So yeah, I would recommend people check that out as well. But But yeah, let me ask Ragsy, because Ross spoke about him. But what did you make to Vestergaard, Ragsy?
I think overall, like, again, I'll probably agree with you, Lux. Like, I don't think we need him, and I think he is a liability, especially like we're taking more risks now in this sort of like Marty system and stuff when we're stepping up further into the pitch, practically in their half, like, but trying to build from the back like Enzo did, but literally in their half. And when you're then subject to like a counter attack, like he's going to get exposed. And you look at Sheffield Wednesday's goal. Just it's a very sort of zigzag, like fractured line that he sort of set up as well. Like there's other contributors as well. It was like a catalogue of errors when we're looking at that, like Okoli like failing to impose himself and take the ball down, Thomas getting megged, Yannick out of position, then not stepping up, and Okoli not getting back in. Skip was frantic, Samari was all over the place. Like, and yeah, you just like, yeah, with just him, it doesn't seem to fit for me. But at the minute, with Nelson then picking up a knock, I understand why he's in the side with his playing capabilities. He does offer those through balls. He does offer like a wide sort of passing array. On the ball, yeah, cool. But when you got that time and space, but then when you step it up to the Prem, or you step it up to a team that is gonna like be in your face when it comes to pressing you, it is a concern, and he is a liability having him in there. So I still would be more keen to have Okoli and Nelson, and I still think like Marty will then seek to reason eventually and pick those two.
I tell you one thing: every time Vestergaard has scored for Leicester, Leicester have scored more than 2, and we've won. Can I just point that out? I know. He scored against Swansea that time. We won 3-1. Scored against Millwall. We won 3-2. We scored again yesterday against Sheffield Wednesday. Now, I just want to point out the protest went very well. Yes, I don't know if you went Ragsy yesterday, everything, but the Sheffield Wednesday fans have all solidarity yesterday. It was a great standing ovation for them, and damn rightly so. I
saw the plane as well, the banner.
I've got a video of that as well.
It was zoomed out, and I saw it, and I thought, is that a Rudkin out banner? But then I obviously realised it was Chancery, yeah.
And do you know what? I'm going to say this now. I think, obviously, I won't get to many home games this season, but I think they'll probably be known as the best away fans that have come to the King Power this season. They were, from minute 1 to, minute 5, should I say, but minute 5 to minute 95, they were terrific. Even when Vestergaard scored, they were louder than us when we scored.
How many family members did you have in that away end, mate?
None. But the funny thing is, I saw a few people before the game, and they said, "Oh, you're from TikTok," and that. I was like, "All right, how you doing?" And stuff. And I was just chatting to him, and they were like, the Supporters Trust have gone on radio today. They were thanking the club, thanking Leicester City, thanking all the fans, for organising it, helping them out in regards to it, which is surprising. What I mean by that is, the Rudkin situation and everything. So I'm surprised we helped him in that way, which is great. I want to touch on Uncle Ayo a minute. Uncle Ayo as well, obviously giving the number 9, obviously, listen, it's not everybody's choice. I'd rather have him over Patson Daka as number 9. That's what we can all agree on. So what? I thought he played very well yesterday. And it's just a shame he couldn't score. And obviously, did he say he wanted the number 9?
We don't.
It was on offering, so he took it. I mean, yeah, I'm still not.
I don't know. I'm saying no, man.
I would imagine what happened was whoever deals with that type of thing, squad numbers. I would imagine they would have asked Ayu, look, like we've got the number 9. Do you want to take it? Do we think it's a good idea? And I think it was just agreed on all parties that, yeah, it was okay to do. I actually agree with Graham Brock, believe it or not. And Graham Brock on the weekend said it takes pressure off the next number 9. Because imagine you kept that number vacant and the next striker you sign, you just give the number 9 to. At least there's been a stopgap. Jordan Ayew has had it. Jordan Ayew's got that number 9, and then when a new striker comes in the future, if they get it, or somebody has to earn it, right? I'm not saying Jordan Ayew's earned it, but I'm just saying Jordan Ayew's the stopgap. So the retirement thing is ridiculous. You don't retire the number 9 shirt. That's nonsense.
I love how you say that because I was one of the first people that said that.
Nonsense, Ross.
The emotion's all right.
Woke.
But
Utter woke nonsense.
Someone Scott's just put in, no, I don't prefer Daka over Uncle Ayew. You must have misheard me. I preferred Uncle Ayew over Daka as well. Obviously, I'm going on Wednesday to Huddersfield. It's a short trip for me. It's actually one of the cheapest ones of the season. £4 return on a train. And obviously a tenner for the ticket. But one thing I have promised, I did meet some of the players yesterday. I met up with Jakub Stolaric. I met Big Up Yannick, Uncle Ayew, Monga, but like El Canoes. I've got one with El Canoes here. I mean, I don't know how he's not warm. How is he not hot in that?
He's Moroccan.
Yeah, he's Moroccan. He's used to it.
I've got him yesterday. We're taking pictures of everybody. To be fair,
he's not got that Sheffield skin like you, mate. That Yorkshire skin.
Yorkshire skin. I was a Big Up Yannick. Do you know what? Like I say, I hope he really does well this season. Yeah, we all know he's not a Premier League player, but we know he can do it in the Championship. Just want to point out as well, if I said to you, Locks, last Monday, and you, Ragsy, or anybody else, that this time next week we'll be talking about 2 goals of the winning goals have come from Wout Faz and Yannick Vestergaard, you'd be like, shut up, Ross. I thought that was the most, I couldn't believe it, the most unlikeliest of duos scored yesterday. It was madness.
Yeah. Let me ask you this quickly, Ross. Are you going to there's Uncle Ayew. Are you going to are you going to
tattooed on.
Yeah. Are you going to Huddersfield?
I am, and I'm also going Preston as well.
There we go. Yeah, nice.
But with Preston, I've made a promise to Jakub Stolaric. Basically, I said, can you remember when Ranieri said, when we pay clean sheet, a pizza? So I said to him, if you get keep a clean sheet against Preston, I'll buy you a spud, bro. Anyway, he went, I'll hold you to that. I swear to God. So the problem is then, if next week, if he keep a clean sheet, I'm going to have to go outside to the Spud Express, run out, get a spud, bro, come back in. Here's your jacket tatter.
And very, very quickly, Ross, this is the biggest question of the night.
Go on.
When you get a spud bro for yourself, what are you having on it?
I'm having the bolognese one, 100%. I've already made up my mind. Because let's be honest, we always have cheese and beans and all that bollocks, right? I want to try the bolognese one. I'm doing it match day. Still, to me, it's match day grub on my part. I think Final Whistle's doing one as well. Big up to Final Whistle. He was the one, me and him, or more him that came up with Uncle Ayew. That you know, said about on the shirt. Uncle Ayew has to be on the shirt. That'll be a good one.
Oh, mate, Ayew is not, mate. Trust me, Jordan Ayew is not winning that poll. I have fixed Jack's poll. Okay,
yeah.
Thank you for reminding me, Ross, because I'm about to do it again. So, everybody in the chat, once again, this is the tweet that we're talking about. Let me bring it up. Here it is. No, not that one. This one. And I'm now posting the link in the chat. I want you to all. There's 406 people watching. Get over to this tweet here and vote Oliver Skip. Vote for Oliver Skip. Please do that. Please do that.
Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, that's it. The bolognese one, because obviously it's still got cheese on it. Bolognese with the garlic butter, and then that is I don't know, tram sauce, whatever that is.
Yeah.
So yes, I'll be having that. I can't wait for it. I'll probably next Monday you'll see. I'll send you the clip locks as well. But no, like I said, I thought we were fortunate to win Wednesday yesterday. Because everyone always expects us to beat Wednesday because of the situation. But to fair credit to them, they actually played all right. But end of the day, it's just like when we played Coventry a few years ago. We weren't the best, but somehow scraped the wins. Obviously, Marty Cifuentes, sorry. Obviously, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. We might not play great against Preston, but we might still win. We're just going to keep going. Once we start playing, that's all I'm going to say. Just
nice one. Right, Ross, I'm going to let you go, mate. Thank you so much.
I'm going back
very
to sleep.
soon, mate.
So,
lovely stuff. Ross. All the best. Cheers, Ross. Okay, King Leicester, first, before you go to Final Whistle's tweet, make sure to hit like and subscribe. There's only 39 likes and there's over 163 of you on YouTube, 401 in total. The 240 of you on Twitter, come over to YouTube and hit the like button. Join in the chat there. We're going to our last caller of the night, and it's going to be Mark. For the final time tonight, we're going to have to bring out the...
It grows on you. It grows on you. Like I'm on vacation.
Yeah, man. Yeah, summer break.
Yes. Great.
Right, let's get him in. Let's get Mark in. Here he is. What's going on, mate?
How's it going, boys? How are you?
Good, all good, all good.
All good.
Finally, there's so much doom and gloom before Ross came on. Come on, boys. What's
I
up?
know.
Come on.
I'll tell you what, Mark. It's horrible, mate. Because like you're buzzing after the win, and then you get the bloody transfer news, and you just I can't
Roll
wait
on
for the window
September
to
the
shut.
1st. We need this transfer window shut, don't we? And then we can truly concentrate on it. But first of the game. I mean, like I say, I'm glass half full right now. I'm trying to, game of two halves, right? Saturday. It wasn't clicking. Clearly, first half, skipped some more. It wasn't working. Kudos to Marty, though. It's refreshing to see he was proactive. Didn't wait until that obligatory 60-minute mark to make changes. He clearly saw it wasn't working. Hooked skip, Winks. For me, kind of changed the game that second half. Again, it was like we were watching the last season in the Championship. He's a Rolls Royce, isn't he? That's what we all say in the Championship. We know that. Fortunately, not as much in the Premier League. Far from it. So, I was going to ask you boys. What do you think if I know there's lots of talk of Bilal going. He's going to go. I think it's frustrating, but I know weeks ago we were all saying he is going to go. So I think we knew it, but it just hurts, right? It's like we know what a play we have, and we're not going to see anyone like that in a shirt, a City shirt. Probably, I know we have Fataro, but so it's the frustration more than anything than the realization. But I don't think we can afford to lose both, though. I mean,
mate, if we lose both. It's a car crash if we lose both of them. It is a car crash.
That central midfield, it's like, geez. I mean, okay, if you bring Brownhill in, will help somewhat. But yeah, Winks just runs the midfield, right? You get to lose that. But then the flip side, you say, okay, look at his wages. What, 80k? A year left. I mean, can you afford to turn down 8 million, 10 million? I don't know if you get that, but.
It's a good point. It's a good point because Ragsy, we paid upwards of 10 million for Winks. With there only being 1 year left on the deal, his book value now is probably 2 or 3 million. If you can get 5-6 million for Harry Winks, maybe 7. There is a decision to be made. That's a tough decision.
Yeah. That's the thing. I've kind of been swaying back and forth on Winks. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still not happy with him with this old debacle from last year and not willing to move to Leicester for training and stuff. I don't care what happened with his kid, but like you said, he came on and we just took complete control of the midfield, and we were dominant in the sort of battle there just to sort of establish ourselves. I think there was still some good bits with Marty's drills and converging the fullbacks and how we were sort of loading the boxes, and we still looked kind of threatening from crosses, but it was hit and miss. It was too unsettled with that 11, and they didn't really sort of deal with the counter press from Sheffield Wednesday well. But then Winks came in, knew where to position himself, so. We know what he's capable of at this level, but at the same time, when you do look at a fee and knowing that his wages would be off the books, in the long run, it would help. So if the fee is decent, I would definitely consider it. And I know we've lost Ndidi, and we're probably going to need some sort of replacement if we even ever get one. But I think maybe it's just we have to make that sort of sacrifice and stuff. Otherwise, I think it would just further impact further down the line when it comes to selling a Fatawu eventually, or a Mavadidi or a Bilal, and you have to take lower cut prices and stuff because we landed ourselves in a desperate situation. So I think if we can be proactive on this and be actually, let's not be stupid here because we've been stupid in the past. we need to try and rectify it somehow. Maybe with Winks, we may have to do it. And yeah, and it may be a hit, and there's a whole world of sort of unknown if we head into the season without him, because can you sit here and trust Samari and Skip like after yesterday? Then I'm not sure. But I think, with financially and stuff, if it's as bad as it seems, we may not have a choice on it.
And that's the thing with Skip, isn't it? It's like I feel like they're trying to force the issue with him. They're really trying to get a return on their investment, right? Which I understand. And maybe, I don't know, maybe they've not found the best role position for him in that midfield. I don't know. Just hope that something might click. I think they're just trying to, right now, put a square peg in a round hole with Skip, right? It's like, after how he, decent game against Fiorentina, and then it's like he reverted back to type, didn't he, yesterday? It's like, huffing and puffing.
Yeah, mate. I mean, I've just seen another one now. Apparently, Sky are reporting that Everton are interested in Abdul now. Sky are on it now. It's not just nothing rumours. No, I mean, you'd think not, and I just feel like he's an honest guy, and I feel like he's, I feel like he will appreciate that we've stuck by him through an awful ACL injury. We've supported him there. We've clearly done a good job of getting him back to full fitness. You see him now, and he looks electric. He looks even better than he was pre-injury, and you just think that he would do one more year, and it could even be one of them gentlemen's agreements, because if we don't go up this season, we will be stripped. We will be stripped, and not even just the good ones. Like, I think some of the mediocre ones as well will just say, I'm not having this, I'm gone. If we go up, the best ones might go. I mean, it could just be the case of, right, Abdul, you've got interest in you, give us a year, whatever happens. At the end of the season, then it's your choice. You can decide, as long as we get a good fee. I just think if you got rid of him now, man, I don't know how you come back from that. I don't know what there's just nothing you can do in the Championship to replace that quality. In the Premier League, I'm not saying we would get somebody even as good as Abdul, but you could get close. You could get close to. As a Championship club, that ain't happening. You're not signing somebody as a Championship club as good as him. So, but this is the price you pay for relegation, lads. This is the price you pay.
We knew
you
it was
get relegated, and your best players might leave, and it's just how it goes. What did you make to this one here, Mark? Obviously, I know we've spoken about Winks, but he said his body language says he wants to move. I mean, he had that whole falling out with Ruud van Nistelrooy last season. Marty even, it looked for a little bit that Marty, maybe he wasn't even in Marty Cifuentes' plans when you saw the Fiorentina game and Skip and Samari started ahead. But we saw yesterday he changed the game, and I think if it was up to Marty, he would stay. But there are clubs interested, Mark.
Yeah, so the body language, are we talking about someone was mentioning about an interview after the game or in the game? Because in the game, I mean, I don't think you could question anything about what he showed in the game for me. I didn't see the interview that people were saying, oh, he seemed pissed off, or I'm not into all that. I mean, people read into people's body language, and I don't know. So to your point about him not starting Fiorentina or yesterday, that kind of was a surprise, and maybe he's seen something in training that none of us are privy to. It's always secondhand information, isn't it? So I don't know. I mean, you can read into anything, can't you? I mean, especially football fans will do that. They'll look at something that's not there and make 2 and 2 is 5 kind of thing.
I look more into actions though, and I think it's just more telling that Marty wasn't selecting him from the start for Fiorentina and then Wednesday as well. So I'm thinking we had the sort of like similar situation when indeed he wasn't playing, and thinking, oh, hang on, what's up here? And then it turns out like there was movement when it came to Besiktas as well. So, and then it came out before the game as well, and it's like with Mike McGrath, when there's been long-standing interest from Brentford, and then Valencia leading the race. So, yeah, maybe there was stuff going on behind the scenes. I mean, maybe he looked resigned to it, but like, he still was professional and went about and did his job and stuff. So no one can sit here and say for sure. But yeah, I mean, yeah, and until like it's actually sort of like a done deal and stuff, I don't think we can really say, and everything's just up in the air at the minute.
And that's all you can ask as a Leicester fan, right? If regardless of what's going on, as long as once they put that blue shirt on and they go out on the pitch, and you want to see 110% effort, right? And I couldn't fault Winks yesterday. I mean, like the challenge from Bannon, you know, like you saw that he went into that tackle, he didn't pull out, he didn't, you know, like you might do if you were 80% committed looking for a move somewhere, And I know we want to wrap up. It's been a long show, Locks, but just wanted to call out Ayew as well. I mean, he put in a hell of a shift yesterday. I mean, he'll give you that if nothing else, right? So fair play to him.
And that moment towards the end of the game where he like ran the length of the pitch.
Yeah,
it was funny because we were shouting. We were like, I think Bilal was central, and we were like, Bilal in the middle, in the middle,
I was like, lay off.
And he fucking beat one man, he beat two man, and got a ball in the butt. And I was like, okay, yeah, nice one. So
is that the one that led to Daka's header?
Yes.
Yes, I think, it was. Yeah,
that would have been what a goal would have been.
Incredible, incredible. So, he's definitely got a part to play this season. He's got a year left. Whatever happens, I wouldn't put it past the club to give him a new deal at the end. But if we, I don't know. I'm not going to comment on that. Actually, whether we should give him a new deal, I'm not going to comment. We'll see. We'll see how it goes through him. He's 35. Oh, sorry, he's 33. We'll have to wait and see. Mark, thank you, mate. Thanks,
boys. Take care.
Much appreciated.
Cheers, Mark.
All the best. Ragsy, who's caller of the day for you, mate?
Too many to call from. First caller, forgot his name. Greek Fox. Raise it up.
Greek Fox. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good shout.
I
Yeah,
think
good
had
shout.
it before. Yeah.
I'm gonna go for.
You good with that mic? You're caressing it there. It was just like, it's a long I thought they were asleep on the mic. It was just like caressing it like
Mate,
it's.
I feel like it's a good pillow. Yeah,
a great pillow.
Really
It just needs to be like 10
I'm
times
really
bigger.
tired. What are you talking about? 10 times bigger? No. That calls for a.
What did he say? What did he say?
Anyway. Right. I'll give it to Greek Fox as well. Let's go with that. Makes a change not seeing Locks' curtain. The drama outside. No, it wasn't a Daka new deal I was talking about. I was talking about Ayew. But even you could say that's suicide as well. The whole kicking off outside the other day on the Wrexham watch-along, that was pretty mental.
Yeah, it was like in the middle of the bill or something. I was just like, full on raids and stuff. I was like, mad.
Yeah, mental.
In your end.
Right. Right, we're going to be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. for the analysis. So Anil will be breaking down, of course, all of the important details for the from the Sheffield Wednesday game. So make sure you join us for that at 7 p.m. And of course, we'll be back live 7:45, so about 7:30 on Wednesday night for the Huddersfield watch along. We'll be doing the cup games as well. So, God, 46, 47, probably 50 games this season on the watch along. So in a year's time, I'm going to look like Oliver Skip in a year's time. So there we go. Right. All the best. Cheers, Ragsy. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Big shout out, by the way, to our sponsors, Match Bingo. Yesterday, I've played twice now. I played in the Wrexham game and I won fuck all. And then yesterday, I had 6 bingo cards for £10 bargain. Gamble responsibly, of course, and all that. 18 plus, all of that. And I won 25 quid. So I won my money back. Yeah, I won my money back. So for the Huddersfield game on Wednesday, if anybody wants to give Match Bingo a chance, make sure that you use the BTG link, which is in the description of this video. As King Leicester says, already over 200 grand has been paid out to players. Yeah, there you go, and DP as well, 200 grand. So, if you want to check out Match Bingo, use the link in the chat. If you don't want to check out Match Bingo, that's fine as well. 18 plus, gamble responsibly, all of that good stuff. We'll see you very soon. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Again, thank you to Ragsy. And all the best. Enjoy your evening. Cheers. Bye-bye. Massive thank you to today's sponsor, Match Bingo. Over 200 grand has been paid out to players so far by taking sports betting, football and bingo and combining them into one amazing app. Make sure to get your bingo card for any Leicester City game in the upcoming season. Click that link in the description or via the QR code on screen.